The universe was created some 13.7 billion years ago, following a gigantic explosion, the Big Bang. It then took a further 5 billion years before our own solar system started to take shape. It is believed that the Sun originated from an enormous gas cloud, and the Earth and other planets in the solar system were most likely formed from the residue from the Sun. Earth, a strange blue shimmering planet lying in the outer expanses of the Milky Way. Covered mainly by water and with a complex ecosystem that evolved over millions of years, the conditions were created that would enable humans and all other species on the planet to exist here today. Early man often lived in caves and most of the time was spent outdoors. Here we see cave people living in the Chromian caves in the south of France as recently as 40,000 years ago. We may think, with all our modern technology, that we have evolved greatly in the last 40,000 years. It may surprise you to know, however, that regarding our brain there has been little change. The volume and memory capacity of the brain has not changed, and regarding progress, we have only trained the capacity to work more. Our sense of hearing is mechanically the same, although our ears may have altered shape. However, our hearing is still designed to function best in the outdoor environment where we originally spent most of our time. The cave was for shelter and sleeping. Outside, we were living in a fairly open landscape in the forest or around caves, where there were only natural diffuse sound reflections from the trees or uneven rock surfaces. Interestingly enough, studies have shown that people who live mostly outdoors have a very similar hearing capacity throughout their lives. However, those of us who now spend the vast majority of our lives indoors suffer a gradual deterioration of our hearing capacity and performance. When we hear the bird sounds, we feel comfortable and reassured. However, now we feel uneasy and perhaps insecure. Now it's okay again. Over a long period of time, people have gathered together in order to pass on life experiences and knowledge from one generation to the next. Today this is done in what we call schools. To protect ourselves from external threats and to increase the level of concentration whilst learning, people surrounded themselves with walls and with openings to let in the light. The development continued and didn't only rely on those who did the teaching, as information became available in books and other educational material. It also became possible to shut out the daylight if that was what was wanted. It even allowed plant life to make its presence felt. With the addition of a roof, the room now became safe from the elements so that the activities could be conducted throughout all the seasons. Ecophon's mission is to recreate the sound-absorbing properties of the outdoor environment and bring in the acoustics of the sky and the trees and the light. This we do based on the knowledge and competence that we have developed over the years. So let us go back to where it all began. In actual fact, the Big Bang was a totally silent event. There is no sound in a vacuum. But times have changed and sound is all around us, and that is what we focus our business on. Ecophon, a sound effect on people.